That's like your part two. So yeah, this is so yeah, when a lot of people they these people who's caught up in these terrorist attacks and stuff, the so-called perpetrators, a lot of them say that they hear voices in their head and all these stuff, and they just were basically like told what to do. So so this whole thing of the neural implants and the microchip, that's a form of witchcraft, man, because Esau's gonna be able to control people and make them do things, that they wouldn't do in their right consciousness, man. It says, while basic brain implants are already here, current science indicates we are on the brink of mastering the chemistry of memory. So you see that? Esau just a big witch, man. When you go into chemistry and the alkaline and when you go into chemistry and the whole alchemy and stuff, all that's just witchcraft, man. And that's what Esau's into, just witchcraft, man. That's why Revelation calls him the mother of witchcraft. And the Lord's gonna destroy this place, man, because Esau's a damn piece of shit, man. A big witch. He wants to be like the Most High, and be able to control people, man. And those microchips are going to contain iodine, where if they choose to release that, into people's bloodstream, that's just going to make people die quick, instantly. So for you people who's for the cashless society and for the chip, you guys are gonna be just prepared for the slaughter. You guys are gonna be sheep. You guys are just sheeple, man. So while basic brain implants are already here, current science indicates we are on the brink of mastering the chemistry of memory. Deep brain stimulation therapy involves implanting a device into the body to send on electrical impulses to electrocodes specifically placed to treat neurological diseases like Parkinson's. Memory implants like those featured in dystopian TV series Black Mirror will most likely be built on existing DBS architecture and so on. So the technology to actually control memories through such implants will be available within 20 years. That's going to be available for the public. But it's already here. Esau not going to have no next 20 years in this society, man. He's going to push this thing faster, man, because it says that the devil shall come down on you with great wrath, knowing he has a short time left in Revelation. I believe it's the 3rd chapter or the 2nd. Yeah, because Esau's not going to have a lot of time left, man. Esau doesn't have a lot of time left, so he's going to have to speed up his whole New World Order, man. Let's see if I could find that scripture quick. The devil. He says he knoweth that he has a short time left. It's like, yeah. That's why the times we're living in is getting worse. So for you people who's joking around, the Most High is gonna, start bringing judgment, man. Revelation 12 and 12. It says, let me get it in my Bible. Revelation 12 and 12. It says, and or start at 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. I started at 9. And the great dragon was cast out. The old serpent was the great dragon in the Roman Empire. That old serpent. The serpent represents it actually represents the wicked. Which is the symbolic of Esau. In the Garden of Eden. Called the devil and Satan. Which is Satan just means adversary. So this is referring to you damn Edomites, man. You damn devils. You bunch of deceivers, man. which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Who's your angels? You know, that's your so-called illuminated ones, man. You know, and your high witches, your druids, and all these people who's doing your works. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, the kingdom of our power, the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accuse them before the Most High day and night. And that's what they do, man. You know, they they create these situations where our people is sinning, our people is eating pork, our people are doing all kinds of abominations, selling drugs, committing all kinds of adultery, all kinds of lewd acts, all kinds of wickedness, and they use that against our people, and they try to pray to the Most High, that He destroys us, man, so that they could get back their birthright, and they do that every night, man. They make us sin. They create all these circumstances for us to sin, by selling us, all these unclean meats. Even if you might buy a chicken, you might buy a loaf of bread, you might buy a damn drink. It might contain pork or shrimp or something unclean, man. A damn baby fetus, who knows, man? Because these people put all kinds of things in our foods, man. All the GMO food is splicing all these, they're just trying to defile us, man. So that so that the Most High isn't dealing with us, man. That's what they want, but the Most High chose a select few out of all the earth, man. So even us in the state that we're in, we have to be thankful, because really it says that our righteousness is as filthy rags, man. So much less us who know who we are and try and do the right thing. Imagine what the Most High thinks of a regular fucking nigger, man. It says and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they love not their lives unto death. And we don't love our life here, man. You can't be free. We know that we're kings. We're princes of the Most High. We're Israelites. Israel just means prince of God. We know that we're noble. But we're subjects, man. We have to go to work every day, pay bills. Do all kinds of shit. Just to survive. And this is not our rest, man. Cause we're not able to, to execute judgment for things being done on this earth, man. We just have to just be patient and wait for the Most High, because if it was up to us, we'd fight, but we can't, because we have to wait for the Most High, and and we're not carnal, man. Says the weapons of our warfare isn't carnal, but it's spiritual, man. So we have to wait for the Lord, ultimately, man, because a gun, your knife, or whatever you have isn't gonna save us, man. Esau has all type of nuclear capabilities, man. Esau could fucking wipe out our nation, right? If if it was up to the Most High, but the Most High not gonna allow that, man. It says because he knoweth that he hath but a short time, and when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth a man child, and that happened back then during the Roman Empire, when the Messiah was born. They tried to find the Messiah, killing all the firstborns, and that's why the Lord, he fled into Egypt. He fled into Africa, into Egypt, man. His parents, Joseph and Mary, they fled into Egypt, man. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place. And the wilderness represents Africa. Because that's where our people fled. Fleeing from the Roman persecution in 70 AD. Into her place, where she is nourished for a time and time and a half from the face of the serpent, until the 1600s, that's when we fell. It goes back and forth. So like in the latter time during the 1600s, that's when Esau came back to power, and he brought us from Africa and brought us into America, you know, mainly, you know. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And what's the water? His lies, his deception through history, through through religion, through artwork, TV, everything, man. Our people been deceived. We were believing that these people were the chosen people of the Most High. Because when you would watch Ten Commandments and go to church, all you're seeing is nothing but white, so-called white images, of the saints, of Moses, of the Israelites, you know, until until the Most High opened our eyes, and we as young men, if if the Most High never opened up our eyes through our elders, through raising up, men, you know, to break down the scriptures and to teach our people who they are, we'd be lost still. Our people would still be lost sheep. But the Most High, He's bringing us back unto the shepherd, the lost sheep back to the shepherd, man. It's only a small few is gonna wake up, because the majority of Jake is lost. And that's why they're being judged every day. So it says, and the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth. So what's the earth? The ancient artifacts, artifacts, the artwork, and so on and so on. Different history coming up and stuff that proves that we're the Israelites. That proves who we are. What we're saying is true. Which the dragon cast out of his mouth, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which kept the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai Mashal. And that's the same thing what's going to happen again, because they ultimately can't stop what we're teaching. So what they have to do, they have to, what they're doing, basically what they're doing, building up a case. So when they have that case built up, they could make their move. That's why they have all these labels like black extremists and all these different terminologies, which we're not no damn extremists, and we're not black. We classify ourselves as Hebrew Israelites. We don't call ourselves black Hebrew Israelites, alright? Because black is nothing but a shade. Black is not a nationality. Our nationality is Hebrew Israelites, of the sons of the patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Surname Israel. We're a nation of people. This is not no religion. This is our birthright. But Esau, he uses all these terminologies, and he wants to, he wants to get rid of us through his bullshit law. But the Most High is not gonna allow that, man. You guys might take out some of us, but you can't stop all of us. And the ones of us who die are gonna be risen up first. So ultimately, you can't stop what's gonna happen. The Most High, Yahweh Shai, which is the son of the Most High, is gonna come back and rule the earth, and there's nothing you guys could do. And he's gonna raise up his people, and his people are gonna be joint heirs. So just get ready for slavery, man. Every great empire fell. Ancient, Babylon, the Persian Empire, the Greco-Roman Empire, man. Every great empire fell. So this is your time to fall, man. So just accept your loss. But you're gonna go with a fight. So. With that, I'd like to say all praises unto Yahweh Bashim Ashai. Yahweh Bashim Ashai, Rakwa Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, and double honors again to the, apostles and Kwame Ashala, and death and destruction unto the society, and to all the, naysayers and people who's not taking this thing serious. So, Shalom.